want people to program my pieces because my pieces are good, not just because I'm a woman.
Yeah, I know I see a lot of discourse about women composers and, of course, trying to reach a point where there's more equity or more parity, I should say. Actually, it's probably the better word between male and female composers. And I oftentimes wonder if some of that issue isn't related to what you just described, or some portion, some non-0% of that issue is related to just those tough choices of how do I balance life. And of course, yes, there's also discrimination and gender inequity that comes from other things like prejudice, et cetera. But I also wonder how many women are in your situation where they would, no one's really telling them they can't compose, but they just can't make the choice. There's too many things going on, and then they have to figure out how to balance all that. What are your thoughts about that?
I do try to reach out to women composers, especially when they're maybe new, only have one or two pieces published. And I try to find them online or something and say something encouraging to them, and that usually we'll have some discourse or maybe even a Zoom call and just talk about some of these things, because I do feel some camaraderie with women. We're often kind of in the same boat with those things that you described. And also at ACDA in Cincinnati in 2022, I had my table set up at the Composer Fair, and I had people stop by my table and say, I'm going to all the women's tables to support them, which is great. And, it's very kind and they're very well intentioned. But my takeaway from that is a little bit more, I want my work to be worthy on its own merit. I want people to program my pieces because my pieces are good, not just because I'm a woman.